Pioneer fans, Pioneer men's JV basketball is live and on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the main gym here at Pioneer High School, where it is Pioneer men's JV basketball taking on the Huron River Rats. We have the JV game here starting in about 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and then the varsity game will follow probably about 7 o'clock after that. So big battle between these two schools. Rivals, always a big deal when these two teams play. Don't have any season stats for the JV teams, but I can tell you that coming into this game, Pioneer had played Chelsea. That was back on the 16th. They have this game versus Huron. Then they are away at Lincoln. On the 22nd, that's a 5:30 p.m. game. They are away at Pinckney, that on the 25th, a 5:30 p.m. game. And then last home game here is on the 1st of March. Can't believe we're already talking about March. That versus Parma Western. So take a look. It looks like trying to look ahead. So we have those over at the Huron side. Huron played Temperance Bedford coming into this game. They have 2 games after this. They are playing versus Monroe. That will be a home game, I believe. That will be 5:30, and then they will be, yeah, that would be at the Monroe. That's an away game over at Monroe, 5:30. Then they will be at home versus Milan, 5:30 on the 25th. So that's what's coming up for both of these teams. We're going to play a few messages, quick messages from the MHSAA, and then we will get going with your opening tip. You're watching Pioneer JV Men's Basketball, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As the clock counting down right to 0, we are getting ready to go here. Both teams gathered around their coaching staff as we have the JV contest between these two teams. The Huron freshman team won handling. Pioneer hoping the JV squad and the varsity squad can turn things around. 8 minutes up on the clock. Getting ready to go. Hopefully the scoreboard will fill in here momentarily. As Latham in to take the opening tip Freisteller on the other side. 8 minutes up on the clock. As that tip is grabbed, Sampa has it. Sampa for Pioneer. Right at the P for Pioneer. Sampa bringing it ahead into the near corner. Lyle coming down the baseline. That tipped away out of bounds. 7:48 left to go here in the first. 0-0 is our score. Coming ahead, here comes Huron as bringing it over. Brown, that put up and falls away to the far side. Sampa heading the other direction. Sampa kicks it over to Strauss. Strauss over into the corner. Treat has it. Treat puts it up. That off of the rim, trying to pull it down. Battle for it. And that starts to head the other direction. Whistle and a foul. As that's grabbed over on the far side by Kiefer. Kiefer moves it over, picked up by Latham, coming in, and put up by Williams. Sampa brings it down, heading the other direction, and pulled into the far corner. Freisteller with it. Freisteller makes a move, and I'm going to quickly change it. It doesn't look like for some reason our scoreboard is working, so we'll make a quick change to that so I can manually do it. Huron has it over in the far corner, as that is Latham. Shot. Treat trying to pull it down, still bouncing around. That put up and in by 54, who I don't have on my roster. 2 points there for Huron. As we are in the first. As Strauss has it on the far wing. Strauss works his way around into the paint. Strauss puts up a floater. That rattles home. Strauss with the first Pioneer points. 2-2 is our score. As bringing it up is Brown. Brown over half court, being watched by Treat. Brown calling out signals just inside of half court. Brown flips it over to Kiefer on the near wing. And over to Latham. Latham trying to get it underneath. 54 puts it up and puts it home. As that is 4 for Huron. And just trying to take a look at my other rosters. I don't have 54 there. Treat gets it underneath the Freisteller. Freisteller gets it over on the far wing. Lyle for 3. And off the rim, pulling it down. Kiefer heading the other direction. 4-2. As Huron has the lead. That put up by Kiefer. Rattled around and down. As Kiefer has 2 points. 6 by Huron. 2 for Pioneer. Sampa gets over to Freisteller on the near wing. Freisteller gets it up off the glass and in. Freisteller with his first points of the game. That makes it 6-4. As are they going to say that was before the shot then? Apparently was before the shot. They still have the 4 up there, so unless that was an intentional foul, Treat gets it over into the near corner. That put up by Strauss off the rim, pulled down, headed the other direction is Williams. Williams floats it underneath, that off the tips of the fingertips, out of bounds. That goes over the Pioneer. 6-4 is the lead for Huron. Strauss has it. And inbounded to Sampa. Sampa brings ahead for Pioneer over half court. Sampa being watched by Brown. Sampa comes over on the near wing. Over to Freisteller, top of the key. Freisteller rattles home a 3. 5 points for Freisteller. That makes it 5-6 now. They took away the previous 2 points. So Freisteller has 3 points. That pulled back. Kiefer has it on the near wing. Kiefer over to his right, into the corner for Brown. Brown calling out signals. Brown. And there is a whistle. Foul called on Pioneer as Williams to inbound. Gets it over to Kiefer in the far corner. Kiefer works his way to the free throw line. That shot off the front of the rim. As Treat gets it, Kiefer right back behind him. That is going to be or excuse me, that was Williams right back behind him. That is going to be a foul on Williams, his first. One foul on Pioneer, two on Huron. As Delaney inbounds to Sampa. Sampa brings ahead. Sampa working against Brown. Sampa right on the blockade. Dribbles to his left on the near wing. Sampa takes a three. That off the side of the rim, trying to pull it down. Tracking it down. Sampa gets it over to Freistler. Freistler, top of the key. Over to Lyle on the far wing. Bounce pass over to Mutinda in the far corner. Trying to get it underneath. Mutinda in the paint. That pulled out by 54. Now heading the other direction. Here comes Brown for Huron. As it is Pioneer 5, Huron 6. As putting it up, that off the side of the rim. Brown, Pioneer brings it down. Sampa quickly head to Lyle. Lyle trying to get it into the paint. That pulled away the other direction by Latham. Now put up by 54, up and in. 6 points for 54 on Huron. That makes it 8-5. Rats with the 3-point lead. Mutinda has it in the far wing. Mutinda, bounce pass. Over to Delaney on the near wing. Underneath, trying to get to Freistler on the baseline. Freistler with the 16-footer. That wouldn't fall. Mutinda with the rebound. As Mutinda goes up, then Freistler trying to go up. That wouldn't go down. Mutinda again puts it up, and he is fouled. As couldn't tell who the foul was on, but Mutinda to the line. Huron 8, Pioneer 5. Mutinda looking to get it within one with 2 free throws. First shot by Mutinda is good. Huron 8, Pioneer 6. Mutinda puts up the second shot. That off the back of the rim. Trying to track it down is Sampa. Out of bounds. That goes Huron's way. 3:09 left to go here in the first. Huron by 2, 8-6. Kiefer to inbound. Baseline left. Freistler watching the inbound. And that's ahead to Baker. Baker gets it over to 54. 54 into the far corner. Mutinda trying to tip it away. Out of bounds. That goes Pioneer's way. It's Freistler to inbound on the far sideline. Freistler inbounds it to Sampa. Pioneer down by 2 with the ball. Sampa calling out signals. Gets it over. Lee back to Sampa. Sampa over to Delaney at the free throw line. Delaney puts up the shot. That off the near side. Trying to pull it down. Lee goes up for the rebound. They'll call that a jump ball. Possession arrow going Huron's direction. 2:49 left to go here in the first. Kiefer inbounds. Williams has it in the backcourt. Sampa providing full court pressure. Williams brings ahead right over the blockades. Williams on the near wing kicks it over to 54. Now Brown has it, trying to get on the baseline. Williams tracking it down into the paint. That put up by Baker. Baker puts it up and in. Baker's first points, as that makes it 10-6. Huron with the lead. Sampa moves it over to Delaney into the near corner. Freistler for 3. That off the side of the rim, pulling it down. Lee going down for it. Sampa trying to pull it. That grab 54, sends it over to Williams. Williams comes down the near side of the paint, kicks it underneath. That knocked away by Freistler, trying to get it over to Tinkham, and that knocked down. Now Lee quickly bounces it underneath over to Sampa, who puts it up and in. Sampa with his first points of the game. Now it's a 2-point game. Huron 10, Pioneer 8. 1:50 left to go here in the first. As bringing it ahead is Tinkham. Tinkham has Lee watching him. Tinkham over to Baker. Baker moves it over to Williams. Williams on the near wing puts up a 3-pointer. That off the side of the rim. Tracked down. Kiefer puts up an 18-footer and hits it. Kiefer with 4 points. And that's 12 points by Huron, 8 by Pioneer. Sampa brings it ahead. Sampa over half court. Sampa on the far sideline, picks up his dribble, now gets it over to Delaney. Delaney working against Baker. Delaney picks up his dribble. Baker trying to knock it away. That is going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing Pioneer's way. Lyle, Treat, and Strauss come in for Pioneer. Freistler, Lee, and Delaney take a breather. On the other side for Huron, it is Tinkham. out there, as well as Fry, Baker, as well as Kiefer. And Lyle on the near wing gets it over to Delaney. Delaney in the near corner bounces it over to Lyle. Underneath to Delaney, who puts it up. That rolls all the way around. Wouldn't go down. And pulled down by Tinkham. Tinkham into the paint. Tinkham puts it up with the left hand. Wouldn't go down, but that tipped around. Pulled down by Strauss. And there's a whistle. Latham, by the way, the other one member of the five. Foul called. One foul on the River Rats. 48 seconds left to go here in the first. As it is 12 points for Huron, 8 for Pioneer. Getting it, there's Treat with a shot from just past the free throw line. And pulled down by Fry, coming the other direction. Here comes Latham. Latham over half court. Handle loss, goes out of bounds. That is going to stay Huron ball as Kiefer will inbound just in front of the Pioneer bench. Treat watching the inbound. As that skied all the way into the backcourt for Tinkham. Tinkham over half court has Lyle watching him. Fry moves over to Baker. Baker working against Delaney on the near wing. And out to the free throw line for Kiefer. Bounces it over on the far wing for Latham. Latham has into watching him. Latham right on the A for Pioneer. Hands it off to Tinkham. Tinkham working against Lyle. Comes over on the far wing. Tinkham trying to cut in, and there is a whistle before the drive. I believe that's Mutinda who puts that one up. 2 fouls on Pioneer, 4 on Huron this half. 4.2 seconds left to go here in the first. 12-8. Huron with the lead. Treat watching the inbound. They get to Tinkham in the backcourt. Tinkham over half court. He gets a screen from Latham. Moving screen that will go against Latham. Pioneer ball. That makes it 5 fouls on Huron, 2 more, and Pioneer will be in the bonus. Strauss inbound on the far sideline. Strauss gets it into Lyle. Lyle brings ahead for Pioneer. Treat on the near wing. That blocked by Kiefer. And that will do it at the first, for the first quarter. It is Huron with the lead, 12-8. Let's play push on really quickly, and we will come back with your second quarter action. As 54 is actually Demoya. I had him as 33, so that is perfect. We'll just get that written down. I want to make sure everyone gets the proper credit as we come into the second. Huron with the 4-point lead, 12-8. 8 minutes up on the clock. 2 fouls for Pioneer. That pulled in, coming ahead with it, Brown. Brown goes over half court. Brown kicks it over Kiefer. Trying to get to Tinkham with it. Tinkham to the free throw line, puts it up. Floater bounces off the back as that's trying to pull it down. Demoya had it. Now coming the other direction. Here comes Pioneer. Freisteller puts it up. That blocked by Kiefer. Freisteller going off with the left hand. Kiefer blocked it. 7:37 left to go. Delaney comes in for Pioneer. Freisteller to inbound, baseline left. Huron 12, Pioneer 8. As Kiefer inbounds, baseline left for Huron. Now gets it from Baker. Kiefer coming up court, gets it over to Brown. Brown over half court. Brown on the far wing. Brown as Sampa watching him as Demoya with a screen. That was a foul as he's going into the paint. And it's going to be a foul on Sampa, his first. As Kiefer gets it over to Tinkham, knocked away by Lyle and out of bounds. That will stay here on ball. 7:21 left to go here in the second. 4-point lead by Huron, 12-8. Kiefer to inbound, right in front of us. And inbounded, coming ahead. Brown has Sampa picking him up at half court. Moved over to DeMoya. Now trying to come up. There's a shot by Williams off the back iron. Pulled down by Freisteller. They call a jump ball. 7:09 left to go here before halftime. Possession arrow pointing Pioneers' way. Treat to inbound, baseline right. Treat gets it to Lyle. Lyle bringing it ahead for Pioneer. Lyle over half court. Huron 12, Pioneer 8. Sampa has it right at the P for Pioneer. Moves it over into the near corner for Lyle. Lyle working his way around the arc. Lyle bounces it over to Freisler. Freisler puts it up with the left hand, a little too strong. Freisler gets the rebound. He puts that up. That rims out, but a foul called. As that foul, it's like on Baker. First shot by Freisler, up and good. Freisler with 6 points. 3-point lead by Huron, 12-9. Freisler with an opportunity to get it down to a 2-point lead. Freisler puts it up and in. 7 points for Freisler. Huron 12, Pioneer 10. Kiefer inbounds to Baker. Baker gets it back to Kiefer, coming over half court for Huron. As Kiefer in the far wing. Kiefer gets it over to Brown. Brown just inside of half court, right at the block for Pioneer. Brown gets it into the near corner for Baker. Baker back to Brown on the near wing. Over to Kiefer. Kiefer on the far wing. That tipped away as Sampa flashes in front of it. Causes that to go out of bounds. That will be Pioneer ball. Huron 12, Pioneer 10. Sampa brings the ball ahead over half court, coming down the near wing. Sampa trying to come up, top of the key, getting it, trying to get it underneath to Mutinda. That pulled away. As excellent job by DeMoya to pull that away, and then losing the handle of the ball out of bounds. That will go over to Pioneer. 6:13 left to go here in the second. Huron 12, Pioneer 10. Here in the JV contest, Treat looking to inbound, baseline left, gets it to Freistel. Freistel puts up a 16-footer. Mutinda trying to get the rebound, battling. That goes out of bounds. That will be Huron ball. 6:07 left to go before halftime. 2-point lead by the River Rats. Kiefer to inbound, baseline left. Kiefer guns it all the way ahead to DeMoya. DeMoya into the paint, puts it up off the glass, wouldn't go down, a little too far to the far side. Sampa heads the other direction for Pioneer. Sampa coming down the far sideline. Sampa dribbles behind his back, now cuts to the far wing, gets a screen from Mutinda. Sampa on that far sideline, picks up his dribble, needs help, gets it to Lyle. 5:47 left to go here before halftime. Sampa has it just inside of half court. Working against Brown. Brown trying to get it. There's a screen by, and that's going to be a travel. Or no, they're going to call a foul on Pioneer. That is going to be Huron ball. It must have been a moving screen. 5:37 left to go before halftime. Kiefer to inbound. Huron 12, Pioneer 10. Williams brings it over half court. Sampa picks him up there. Williams on the near wing, gets it to Kiefer. Kiefer for three, and he hits it. Kiefer with 7 points. That makes it 15 for Huron, 10 for Pioneer. Sampa brings it ahead for Pioneer over half court. Sampa gets it over to Treat on the near wing. Treat working against Kiefer. Treat over to Sampa. Just off of the top of the key. Sampa on the far wing. Sampa into the far corner for Lyle. Lyle coming down the baseline. There is a whistle. That would be the 7th foul. That would put Pioneer in the bonus, shooting 1 and 1. Lyle to the line. Huron by 5, 15-10. Lyle dribbles, eyes the rim, puts it up, puts it in. First points for Lyle. Makes it 4-point lead by Huron. One more basket or one more free throw attempt coming for Lyle. And it's Matinda, Freisteller, Lyle, Sampa, and Treat out there for Pioneer. Fry and DeMoya underneath. DeMoya with the rebound for Huron. Bringing it ahead is Sasatani. It comes down into the baseline, kicks it into the near corner for Kiefer. Kiefer floats it up, that off the back of the rim, off the side of the rim, trying to fall down. DeMoya trying to rebound it, and that out of bounds will be Pioneer ball. 4:47 left to go here in the second. 4-point lead by Huron, 15-11. Treat inbounds to Sampa. Sampa brings it ahead. Sampa over half court. Sampa over to Treat in the far wing. Treat on the far baseline is Freislow. Freislow over to Lyle over to Sampa on the near wing. Now Delaney on the baseline, kicks over into the far corner for Treat. Treat trying to get into the paint. He's walled off. Gets it back to Lyle on the far corner. Now over to Sampa on the near wing. Sampa kicks over to Treat on the far wing. Treat dribbles back, working against Brown. Now over to Sampa. Underneath at the free throw line is Delaney. Now Sampa for 3. He hits it. Sampa with 5 points. As it's a 1-point lead by Huron. Sampa steals the inbound, puts up a 3 and hits it. Sampa with 8 points. Pioneer takes a 2-point lead, 17-15. Huron wants to talk it over. A couple timely threes by Sampa puts Pioneer ahead, 17-15. Let's play a quick message from the MHSAA.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
3:51 left to go here in the second. Pioneer 17 here on 15. First lead by Pioneer today. Huron ball. They will inbound it. Baseline left. Kiefer to inbound. Sampa stole the last inbound pass. And two three-pointers in a row. Kiefer gets that over to Sasatani. Sasatani has Lee watching him. Sasatani bringing it ahead for Huron. Sasatani just over half court. Sasatani working against Lee, backing up. Sasatani comes over to the near side. Now Brown on the near wing, dribbles to his left, gets into the paint, kicks it back to Sasatani on the far sideline. Sasatani comes over. Lee picking him up, trying to hand it off into the near corner for Kiefer for 3. That off the side of the rim. Freisteller tracks down the rebound. Freisteller over to Sampa. Sampa brings that for Pioneer. Pioneer up by 2. Underneath the basket to Delaney. Delaney is fouled. He'll go to the line. That's 8 fouls on Huron. He's in the act of shooting, so it should be 2. Trying to extend the 2-point lead by Pioneer. First shot coming by Delaney. That up and good. Delaney with his first point of the game. 18-15. Pioneer with the 2-point lead. Delaney trying to stretch it out to a 4-point lead. Now Delaney bends the knees, eyes the rim, puts it up, puts it in. Delaney with 2 points. Pioneer 19, Huron 15. Brown quickly ahead for Huron. There was a whistle as he went to drive the lane. Foul called on Pioneer. That is 5 fouls on Pioneer. 2 more, and Huron will be in the bonus. Kiefer to inbound on the far sideline. Treat watching him. Brown gets it in the backcourt for the River Rats. Brown brings it ahead, working against Lee on the near wing. Brown into the near corner for Kiefer. Kiefer works his way around the arc. Kiefer gets that over to Fry. Fry has Freisteller watching him. Now on the near wing is Brown. Brown working, comes back, heads towards the paint, puts it up, and trying to get it over to Kiefer as they'll call a travel. That hit the underside of the glass as well. Pioneer ball. Pioneer 19, Huron 15. Lead inbound as coming back in is Tinkham for the River Rats. Williams out there as well. Baker, Kiefer, and Fry, your 5 for the River Rats. For Pioneer, inbounded as it's Delaney. Freisteller treats Sampa with the ball. He's double teamed. Sampa trying to work his way out of it. That pulled away as that put up by Tinkham, up and in, but they'll call a charge. Tinkham picks up the foul. That will be Pioneer ball. Tinkham can't believe it. Treat inbound, baseline right. And we're going over the 5 out there for Pioneer. It was Freisteller, Delaney, Treat, Lee, and Sampa. No, excuse me. They're going to call the foul on Pioneer. That's what I thought. Okay. Forgive me. That is going to put Tinkham to the line. Pioneer 19, Huron 15. Tinkham can get to a 2-point lead. Tinkham puts up the first, that off on the side of the rim. That was 1-1. So Sampa gets it over to Freisteller. Freisteller in the backcourt brings it ahead for Pioneer, moves it to Lee on the near wing. Over to Freisteller. Freisteller off the top of the key. Over on the far sideline is Sampa. Sampa picks up the dribble, kicks it over to Lee on the near wing. Lee trying to get to the baseline. Underneath to Delaney. That was knocked away. Battle for it underneath. That move to Treat. Treat puts it up and in. Treat with his first points of the game. That makes it Pioneer 21, Huron 15. Quickly ahead, Williams. Williams comes down, drives the lane on the near side of the paint, and that is a travel. 2:02 left to go here in the second. Pioneer 21, Huron 17. As scorers table talking to the official there, trying to get things figured out. 8 fouls on Pioneer, 6 fouls on Pioneer, 8 on Huron, 1 more foul on Pioneer. That will put Huron in the bonus. Treat inbound, baseline right. Pioneer has the 4-point lead. Sampa bringing ahead for Pioneer, calling out signals. Williams picks him up before half court. Now Freisteller on the far sideline. He's quickly doubled. Treat has it just on the block A. Over to Freisteller on the far sideline. Delaney on the edge, gets into the paint, floats it up. That off the back of the rim, the front of the rim. Would not fall down. Quickly Williams the other direction for the River Rats. Baker has it. Baker for 3 as Baker puts it up and in. Baker has 5 points, as that makes it a 3-point lead by Pioneer, that makes it 21-20. 1-point lead by Pioneer. Freisteller puts it up, that off the back of the rim, pulled down, coming the other direction, here comes Kiefer. Kiefer gets it over, Tinkham spinning with it, coming down the baseline. Tinkham goes behind the back, and that goes out of bounds. 1-point lead, Pioneer 21, Huron 20. 1:12 left to go before halftime. As Mutinda in for Pioneer. As Sampa gets over to Freisler on the far sideline. Over to Treat. Treat back over to Freisler, just shy of half court. Over to Sampa on the near wing. Quickly double team. Sampa gets it over, trying to get it over to Freisler. He avoids a steal. Mutinda over to Sampa. Sampa for a three. That off the front of the rim. Treat gets it back. Treat puts it up. That off the back of the rim. Trying to pull it down. And still trying to get it. Lyle moves it over to Freisteller. Freisteller puts it up. That off the rim. A contact and a foul. Freisteller to the line. He was fouled going to the baskets. That should be 2 shots, and it is. Freisteller trying to get to a 3-point lead. First shot by Freisteller, up and good. 8 points for Freisteller, trying to make it 9. Pioneer 22, Huron 20. One more shot for Freisteller. He bends the knees, puts it up, puts it in. Nothing but net. 9 points for Freisteller. Pioneer up by 3. Williams bringing it ahead. Pioneer 23, Huron 20. 34 seconds left to go before halftime. Tinkham has it over to Kiefer, top of the key. Now on the near wing, working at it. Morning has it. Now back. Tinkham just on the near wing, kicks over to Morning on the far wing. Over to Williams on the far sideline. Williams just inside of half court. 17 seconds left to go before halftime. Williams on the far wing. Williams gets a screen from Morning, goes up, puts it up, finger roll, wouldn't go down. Morning with the rebound, but Lee pulls it away. Now we have a jump ball as Lee and Williams got tied up. Possession arrow points Huron's way. 4.6 seconds left to go. Huron has it baseline right as Baker to inbound. .6 seconds left to go before halftime. Baker bounce pass to Williams. Williams puts up a three-pointer. That off the rim. Lyle pulls it down. That will do it at halftime. It is Pioneer 23 and Huron 20. It was a 4-point lead by Huron at the end of the first. Pioneer able to come back versus a highly skilled Huron team. Let's step away for a moment, play a few messages from the MHSAA. Right after this game, we will have the varsity contest between these two schools, and that is the 13-3 Huron River Rats versus the 9-6 Pioneer varsity squads. Let's here are some messages from the MHSAA. You're watching Pioneer Men's JV Basketball, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which could only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association. promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As we're at halftime, it is Pioneer 23, Huron 20. Taking a look at your top scores. Over on the Pioneer side, 9 points for Freisteller, 8 for Sampa, 2 points for Strauss, 2 points for Delaney, 2 points for Treat, a point for Lyle, and a point for Mutinda. Over on the other side, it is 7 points for Kiefer, 6 points for Dumoya, and 5 points for Baker. And that is where we are at. As we're under a minute, counting down, both teams look like they're ready to go. Getting all the practice basketballs up off the court. We're getting ready for the second half. As Huron playing was closed out the half playing pressure basketball. Couple huge three-pointers by Sampa, put Pioneer in the lead for the first time. Everyone gathered around, including Leighton Lage in a walking boot over there on the far side, but he's on the sideline trying to keep his teammates all fired up. Both squads breaking the huddle. Pioneer going from left to right here in the second half. Treat inbound right in front of us. Williams watching him, Brown watching Sampa. Sampa has it for Pioneer. Comes right to the free throw line. Over to Lyle in the far corner. Lyle down the baseline. Bounce pass underneath to Mutinda, who puts it up and in. Mutinda extends the Pioneer lead 25-20. Williams brings it over half court for Huron. Williams working against Sampa. Gets over to Kiefer on the near wing. Kiefer dribbles to his left. Kiefer comes to the free throw line. Gets it over Fry for three. That off the front of the rim, tipped over. Fry gets his own rebound. Trying to get to Williams. That just a little too hot to handle. Williams tips it back. Lyle has it. Here comes Pioneer coming down the far sideline. Lyle underneath to Mutinda. Mutinda goes up and foul called. As he went to go up but paused long enough, and Dumoya went over top of him and picked up a foul, first foul of the half. Mutinda at the line, shooting two. 5-point lead for Pioneer. Mutinda trying to extend it. First shot is up and off the front. The side of the rim falls away to the far side. Next shot coming. That put up and rolls around and in. Mutinda with 4 points. Pioneer 26 and Huron 20. Whistle as Huron brings it up court. Foul on Pioneer. One foul on each team this half. Fry to inbound. Fry gets it to Brown in the backcourt for the River Rats. Brown has Lyle watching him. Lyle picks him up right at half court. Brown bounce pass over to Williams. Williams trying to get it underneath. Demoya puts it up off glass, puts it in, and the foul. That is 8 points. Mutinda pleading his innocence, but he picks up a foul as Mutinda goes to the bench, talk to coach. Demoya goes to the line. Demoya with an opportunity to cut it to a 4-point lead. First one up, that off the back of the rim, pulled down. Demoya gets it up and puts it in. Demoya with 10 points. It is 26. There it goes, 24. So that first shot was got it fixed. Now it's Pioneer 26, Huron 24. As Demoya couldn't complete the three-point play, but got his own rebound, made it a 4-point play. Sampa bringing it over half court, coming down the far sideline for Pioneer. Pioneer up by 2, 26-24. Delaney hands off to Lyle. Lyle on the far wing, over to Freistaller. Freistaller cuts into the paint, puts it up. Not quite strong enough, pulled down by DeMoya, heading the other direction. Here comes Williams over half court. Huron with the opportunity to tie. Williams puts it up off glass, a little too strong, coming the other direction. Here comes Treat over half court. Treat comes down the side of the paint, puts that up off of glass, still just a little too strong. Pulled down by Fry. Williams the other direction for the River Rats. That poked away by Lyle before DeMoya could come up. Both teams with good defense racing down the floor. 6:28 left to go in the third. Pioneer 26, Huron 24. Williams to inbound, baseline left. Again, Huron an opportunity to tie the game. As Williams gets it, that put up and in by Latham. Latham with his first points of the game. And we're tied up at 26 apiece. Sampa brings ahead. Delaney now Treat on the far wing. Treat cuts into the paint. Sampa for 3 from the near wing. That one just not quite strong enough. Pulled down. Here comes Brown the other direction over half court. Pulled away by Sampa. Sampa quickly ahead to Freistaller. Freistaller puts it up off glass. That's just a little too strong. Pulled down. Latham had it ahead to Baker. Baker over to Kiefer. Kiefer floats it over. Trying to get it to Brown. Brown puts it up off glass. And a little too strong. And then Latham puts it in. Latham with 4 points, and Huron has taken the lead, 28-26. Sampa brings it ahead for Pioneer. Sampa right at the blockades. 5:35 left to go. Lyle thought about a 3, now dishes it underneath the Delaney. Delaney back to Lyle. Lyle for 3, that off the back of the rim, falls away to the far side. Brown with the rebound, over half court. Huron by 2. Kiefer puts up a 3. That off the rim, pulled down by Brown. Brown puts it up off glass, rolls all the way around, falls off to the far side. Treat coming the other direction for Pioneer. He's fouled. Williams got a piece of him. Should be second foul on Williams. Huron 28, Pioneer 26. As Sampa brings it ahead over half court. Treat on the near wing, working against Williams. Now over to Freistaller for 3, and he hits it. Freistaller has a game high 12 points. Pioneer with a 1-point lead. Williams coming ahead over half court for the River Rats. Williams on the far wing. Williams has Sampa watching him. Williams on that far sideline, racing down, gets into the paint, puts it up, that off the side of the glass. Sampa quickly the other direction for Pioneer. Sampa dishes off to Lyle. Lyle with the finger roll up and in. Lyle with 3 points. Pioneer has pushed their lead 31-28. Brown has it for Huron in the far wing. Brown into the paint, dishes it off. There's Baker for a 3. That rattles home. Baker has 8 points, and now it's 31-31. 4:10 left to go here in the third. Treat in the near corner. Treat double team. That's stolen away by Baker. Baker avoids getting it out of bounds, and he carried the ball. That will be Pioneer ball. 4:03 left to go. 31-31. Timely three-point shooting by both teams. And good defense. This game played at a frenetic pace. Lyle gets it over to Sampa in the backcourt. Sampa working against Williams. Sampa over half court. Coming down the far sideline. Sampa gets it back. Sampa just inside of half court. Williams trying to pull it away. Sampa picked it up, gets over to Freistaller on the far sideline. Freistaller trying to dribble down the far sideline. There's a whistle and a foul. 2 fouls on Pioneer. That should be the third foul on Huron, as I believe that was Baker. Indeed, it is 3. Lyle to inbound on the far sideline, gets it into the backcourt, nobody home. Williams puts it up off glass, a little too strong. Kiefer gets the rebound, that won't fall. Kiefer gets it back over to Williams. Williams puts it up, that off the front of the rim. Pulled down by Sampa. 3:35 left to go here in the third, 31 all, as Freistaller to the free throw line, puts it up and puts it in. Freisteller with 14. Pioneer takes a 33-31 lead. As Tinkham has it over half court for the River Rats. Tinkham coming down the far side of the paint, puts it up. And that basket waved off. Pioneer ball. I believe that was a travel before the basket. Treat inbound. Sampa brings it ahead. 3:10 left to go here in the third. Pioneer 33. Huron 31. Treat has it on the far sideline. Comes centered up just inside of half court. Kiefer waits for him at the top of the key. Now Delaney hands it off to Freisteller on the far wing. Bounce pass over to Delaney in the far court. Delaney into the paint, puts up a floater. Wouldn't fall off the side of the rim. Coming the other direction, here comes Williams. Williams over half court for the River Rats. Williams coming down the air side of the paint. Underneath to DeMoya. He puts it in. DeMoya with 12. And we're tied up again, 33 apiece. Sampa brings it over half court for Pioneer. Sampa on the near wing, working against Williams. Gets over to Freisteller, down the baseline. Freisteller with the 16-footer. Freisteller puts it in. Freisteller with 16 points. Pioneer back to a 2-point lead, 35-33. As Tinkham for the River Rats has it. Now Kiefer coming down the baseline from the far side. That rims all the way around and then out. Wouldn't go down for him. Out of bounds. Tipped off a Pioneer. That will be Huron ball. 2:13 left to go here in the third. 35 points for Pioneer. 33 for the River Rats. As that inbounded, Latham comes into the paint, puts up, gets his own rebound, tips it up again, gets a rebound again. And DeMoya puts it up and rattles home. DeMoya with 14 points, and we're knotted up, 35 apiece. Freisteller brings it over half court for Pioneer. Sampa back over to Freisteller on the far wing. Freisteller works his way to the baseline. Freisteller, as they're going to call a jump ball. DeMoya grabs a hold of it from behind, and that possession arrow points Huron's way. All knotted up, 35-35. Huron inbound on the far sideline. That's Williams. Huron with an opportunity to take the lead. Huron had the early lead. Pioneer came back and grabbed lead in the second. That's been back and forth here in the third. As Tinkham comes over, and there's a whistle. As charge called. Pioneer ball. 2 fouls on Pioneer, 4 on the River Rats here in this half. 1:37 left to go here in the third. Sampa brings it ahead. Gets a screen from Treat. Sampa on the near wing. Sampa skies it for Treat on the far wing. Working against Kiefer. Sampa gets it back. Williams right on top of him. Treat kicks it over to Lyle. Lyle coming down the baseline, puts it up. Will too strong. Delaney gets it and puts it up and in. 4 points for Delaney. Pioneer takes the lead, 37-35. Bringing it ahead, Williams for the River Rats. He comes over half court. Sampa picks him up there. Williams on the far sideline, gets on the near wing to Kiefer. And pulling in Latham on the baseline, puts it up. And there's a whistle. Shooting 2 is Latham. Couldn't tell who that foul was on as their scorer's bench on the opposite side, so they're facing that way. Latham comes in, 2 shots to tie it. Latham puts it up, puts it in. 5 points for Latham. Opportunity to make it 6, an opportunity to tie. Williams and Kiefer go out, as well as DeMoya. So that makes it Brown, Fry, Latham, as well as trying to see that's put up and in. We are all tied up. Latham hits them both. 37-37. As that's Tinkham as well as the other person. Quickly underneath the Delaney. Delaney puts it up. That rattles home. Delaney has 6. Pioneer up by 2, 39-37. 45 seconds left to go in the third. bringing ahead. Tinkham coming down the far sideline for the Riverettes over half court. Tinkham working against Sampa right at the P for Pioneer. Tinkham kicks it over to Fry on the far wing. Fry over to Baker. Baker gets it to Brown, top of the key. Now Fry over to on the near wing to Latham. Latham gets it to Baker. Baker into the paint, puts it up. That off the front of the rim, wouldn't fall. Now Delaney with the rebound over to Lyle. Lyle bringing it ahead. Lee comes down the far sideline for Pioneer. Sampa has it. Sampa on that far sideline. Baker watching him, gets a screen. Sampa puts up a three, and he hits it. Sampa with his third three of the game. He has 11, Pioneer 42, and Huron 37 at the end of three. We go to the fourth quarter. As Pioneer had a 3-point lead at halftime. They now have a 7-point lead here. The officials again talking to the Huron coaching staff. The Pioneer coaching staff also talking to the officials. There's double zeros up on the clock as there looks like there is a foul as time expires. Latham to the line. 2 shots, no one there to rebound because it's at the end of the quarter. Latham bends the knees, dribbles, spins the ball. Latham eyes the rim, puts it up. Had hit the left side, the right side, the glass, and fell out. Hit everything but the net. One more coming for Latham. 4 fouls on Pioneer, 4 fouls on Huron. Latham, one more shot coming. Eyes the rim, puts it up, puts it in. Nothing but net on that one. Latham has 7. That makes it 42-38. 4-point lead by Pioneer going into the fourth. Taking a look, leading all scorers is Freisteller. He has 16 points for Pioneer, 11 points for Sampa. Taking a look, it's 3 points for Mutinda, 6 points for Delaney, 3 points for Lyle, 2 points for Strauss, 2 points for Treat. On the other side, it is DeMoya leading all Huron scorers with 14, 8 for Baker, 7 for Keeper, 7 for Latham. And that's your scoring. Only four Huron players on the scoreboard so far. 8 minutes up on the clock. Pioneer breaks the huddle. As we will have the varsity game following this game. Scheduled to go at about 7 o'clock, but depends on how the fourth quarter goes here. But we'll have that right afterwards. Treat inbound, Pioneer ball right in front of us. Again, Pioneer going from left to right here. In this, the fourth quarter, Sampa brings it ahead for Pioneer over half court. Sampa working against Brown, gets it to Treat on the near wing. Treat working against Williams. Treat dribbles around the arc, hands off to Sampa. Sampa on the far wing, over to Lyle. Sampa gets it back on the far sideline. Sampa dribbles to his left, comes on the near elbow, puts it up. That off the back of the rim, wouldn't go down. Delaney with the rebound. That wouldn't fall as it went off the back of the rim. Delaney kicks it back out to Sampa. Lyle over to Freisteller. Freisteller coming down the baseline, puts up a floater and in. Freisteller with 18, Pioneer 44, Huron 38. Williams brings the head for Huron. He comes over half court. Williams working against Sampa. Bounce pass. Lyle steals it coming down the far sideline. Lyle cuts towards the basket, puts it up and puts it in. Lyle with 5 points, 46 points for Pioneer, 38 for the River Rats as Brown trying to get in. As he cut towards the paint, there was a whistle blown. As Tinkham comes back in for the River Rats. Lee replaces Lyle. Gives Lyle a breather. Latham looks like he's ready to come in as well. 7 minutes up on the clock. Latham inbounds. Brown takes it all the way back in the backcourt. 5 fouls on Pioneer this half, 4 on Huron. Brown all the way to the bucket, puts it up just a little too hard. He goes down. He gets picked up by a trio of Huron players, and Lee trying to make sure he's all right as well. Brown went so fast to the basket he lost his left shoe. And get that put back on. 6 fouls on Pioneer, 1 more, and Huron is in the bonus. Brown has that wrap on that left calf as well. He gets that shoe tied back up. Pioneer 46, Huron 38. Brown to the line. Shooting 2. Official makes sure he's all ready to go. Mutinda at the scorer's bench looking to come in. Brown puts up the first shot. That off the back of the rim. As Delaney goes out, gets a breather. Mutinda in for Pioneer. One more shot. Brown dribbles, bends the knees, puts it up. That off the front, the back of the rim. Bounces out of bounds. That is going to be Huron ball. Brown to inbound, baseline left. Pioneer by 8 points. Brown gets ahead to Latham. Latham on the near wing, working against Lee. Latham over to Brown in the near corner. Brown racing down the baseline. Kicks it back to Latham for 3. That rattles out. Tipped back, trying to get it. Here comes Mutinda. Moves it over. Freisteller quickly ahead. Pioneer with it as Sampa puts up a 3-pointer. That off the back of the rim. Treat tries to pull it down quickly the other way by Demoya. Demoya into the paint, puts it up with the left hand and in. Demoya continues his great game. He has 16, and it's a 6-point lead for Pioneers. 6:18 left to go here in the fourth. Treat gets it over to Freisteller, back over to Treat. Treat over half court, over to Sampa. Back to Treat. Treat bounces it over to Lee. Back to Sampa, top of the key now over on the far wing. Freisteller working down the baseline. Freisteller puts it up, bounces off the side of the rim. Mutinda gets it, puts it up. Not quite strong enough, but he got fouled going up. That is going to be, so Pioneer had 6 fouls. 5 fouls on Huron. So 2 more fouls and Pioneer will be in the bonus. Mutinda puts up the first shot, puts it in. 5 points for Mutinda. 47-40. Pioneer with the lead with 6 minutes left to go. One more shot coming for Mutinda, trying to make it an 8-point lead for Pioneer. That off the front of the rim wouldn't fall. Here comes Brown the other direction for Huron. Brown over half court. Brown racing. He goes down to the court as the whistle blows. As foul on Lee. That is the 7th foul. That will put Brown to the line, shooting 1 and 1. 5:55 left to go. Pioneer by 7, 47-40. Brown dribbles, puts up the shot, and puts it in. Brown with his first point of the game. Huge free throw, that makes it Pioneer 47, Huron 41. Brown again, one more shot coming. Bends the knees, eyes the rims, puts it up, puts it in. Brown with 2 points. That makes it, I did that go down one more. That makes it Pioneer 47, Huron 42. As Freisteller over to Treat. Treat over to Sampa. Quickly over ahead to Freisteller. Full court pressure by Huron. As bounce pass over to Sampa on the far wing. Sampa underneath the Lee. Lee puts it up just a little too strong. Off the glass to the far side. Tinkham comes the other way for Huron. Tinkham on the far wing. And knocked away by Treat. Tinkham gets it back. Tinkham underneath in the paint as that was blocked by Freisteller. As Demoya put it up, Freisteller got a piece of it and got all ball. Here comes Sampa over half court. Pioneer with the ball and the lead. Treat on the far wing, gets it to Freisteller. Freisteller with the 10-footer from the baseline as that grabbed by Lee as that Freisteller shot wouldn't go. 5:11 left to go here in the fourth. Pioneer by 5, 47-42. Bounce pass over to Mutinda. Treat has it on the near wing. Treat over to Sampa. Sampa on the near wing. Over to Freisteller. Freisteller Underneath to Treat. Treat puts it up. That falls off to the near side, off the rim. Quickly the other direction. There is a timeout called by Huron. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to go here in the fourth. 5-point lead by Pioneer, 47-42. Let's take a moment and play a little push on. .450 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Pioneer 47, Huron 42. Pioneer with 7 fouls, Huron in the bonus 5 fouls on Huron, so 2 more and Pioneer will be in the bonus. Kiefer to inbound on the near sideline. Kiefer inbounds. Tinkham has it for Huron. Tinkham heads over half court. Tinkham on the near wing. Hands off as Williams steps back top of the key. Now heads over into the far wing. Into the far corner for Kiefer. That one off the rim. Latham gets the rebound. Puts it up. Wouldn't fall as there is a whistle and a foul. That's going to be on Mutinda. That puts Demoya to the line. Demoya gets the ball, toes the line, dribbles, bends the knees, puts it up. That off the front of the rim, 1-and-1. Pioneer gets the rebound. Pioneer by 5, 47-42. Sampa with the ball for Pioneer, over half court. Sampa skies it for Lyle. Lyle over to Mutinda, who puts it up and in. Mutinda with 7 points. Pioneer 49, Huron 42. River Rats with the ball as Tinkham comes over half court, working against Treat. Over to Kiefer on the far sideline, into the far corner for Latham. Latham works his way into the paint, puts up with the right hand. That rolls off the front of the rim. Freisteller with the rebound. Under 4 minutes to go. Freisteller for Pioneer, into the paint. Freisteller trying to get it underneath. That pulled away by Tinkham. Here comes Huron the other direction. 3:50 left to go. Pioneer 49, Huron 42. Williams has it, top of the key. Comes over on the near side, puts it up off glass, falls off the rim to the near side. Sampa quickly ahead to Treat. Treat puts it up, off glass and in. Treat with 4 points. That makes it 51 for Pioneer, 42 for Huron. 9-point lead by Pioneer. Huron wants to talk it over. As Huron had the lead early, they had a 4-point lead at the end of the first. Pioneer had flipped it over to a 3-point lead at halftime, eked it out to a 4-point lead at the end of the third. And here we sit at a 9-point lead with 3:32 left to go. Leading all scorers is Freisteller with 18. On the other side, Demoya not far behind him with 16, leading all Huron scorers. Both teams gathered around. Huron trying to find some adjustments to make the comeback in the remaining 3:32. Out for Pioneer, it's Treat, Mutinda, Lyle, Freisteller, and Sampa. For Huron, it's Williams, Demoya, Kiefer, Baker, and Tinkham out there. Huron to inbound, baseline right. Tinkham brings it ahead. Treat watching him. Tinkham over half court for Huron. Over to Kiefer on the far wing. Now on the far sideline, working around Baker. Baker gets the free throw line. There's Kiefer for 3 off the front of the rim. Mutinda gets the rebound and tipped away off of Kiefer. That will be Pioneer ball. 3:14 left to go here in the fourth. Treat inbound right in front of the Huron bench. Pioneer by 9. Freisteller has it back over to Lyle. Pioneer ahead. As Sampa over half court, right to on the far wing, over on the far sideline is Treat. Treat trying to get past the triple team. Treat gets it back to Sampa just inside of half court. Over to Treat on the far sideline, into paint, underneath the Freisteller. Put it up, not quite strong enough. Mutinda goes up as he's fouled. Mutinda goes to the line. That should be the 6th foul on Huron. One more in Pioneer is in the bonus. It is. Mutinda trying to get the Pioneer lead to double digits for the first time today in this JV contest. Mutinda puts it up off the front of the rim. Mutinda, excellent free throw shooter for a big man. Second shot coming. He puts it in and rattles it home. Mutinda with 8 points, and it's a 10-point lead, 52-42, Pioneer. Huron with possession as Baker gets it over to Brown. Brown brings it ahead for the River Rats over half court. 2:50 left to go. Brown gets it over into the far corner for Williams. Williams on the far wing. Freisteller watching him. Tipped away by Freisteller. Now Sampa quickly had to Treat. Treat into the paint. Waits for a Huron player to go past him. Puts it up off glass and in. Pioneer has a 12-point lead. Quickly ahead. Baker to the baseline, or Baker to the free throw line. Now that put up and in by Brown. Brown with 4 points. Back to a 10-point lead. Lyle quickly ahead to Treat. Treat on the near wing. Treat on the far wing for Pioneer. Hands it off to Sampa. 2:13 left to go. Freisteller on the far sideline. Over to Treat, top of the key. Treat moves it to Sampa on the far sideline. Over in the far corner, Freisteller. Freisteller working his way around. That tipped and Pioneer ball as they'll inbound it right in front of their own bench. 2:03 left to go here in the fourth. 54 for Pioneer, 44 for Huron. As Lyle all the way over to Freisteller on the near wing. Freisteller kicks it into the near corner for Treat. Almost a little high for Treat. Treat double team, gets it over to Delaney, pulled away by Latham. Latham ahead to Brown. Here comes Huron as Brown into the paint, puts it up off glass. Just a little too powerful, but there is a foul. Brown to the line. So in the act of shooting, that should be shooting 2. Brown bends the knees, puts it up, puts it in. Brown with 5 points. Back to a 9-point lead by Pioneer. Second shot for Brown coming. Spins the ball, puts it up. That off the back of the rim, falls away to the near side. Freisteller with it, quickly had to Treat on the far sideline. Back over to Sampa for Pioneer. Now Freisteller, touch pass over to Treat on the far sideline. He's double teamed, battle for it. Kiefer gets it. That knocked away by Freisteller. Pioneer gets it back. Freisteller down the far side, and there is a whistle. And I believe that's a timeout called by Pioneer, and it is. 1 minute, 33 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Pioneer up 54-45. Let's play push on to keep you fired up for this last 93 ticks of the clock. 1 minute, 33 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Pioneer with the 54-45 lead, 9-point lead by Pioneer. They come out of the timeout. It's been a back and forth battle. These two arch rivals never want to give up a point or a win to the opposing team. Lyle, inbound it, baseline right. Just the near side of his own basket. Lyle kicks it all the way back over to Treat. That knocked down. Brown quickly the other way for Huron. Brown puts it over. Baker rattles it home. Baker with 10 points. Lyle has it in the backcourt, trying to bring it ahead. Here comes Freisteller over half court for Pioneer. Freisteller over to Sampa on the far wing. Sampa gets it back to Lyle, but there was a whistle. 1 minute, 14 seconds left to go. 7-point lead by Pioneer. That puts Sampa to the line. That is the 7th foul. Sampa shooting 1 and 1. Latham comes back in for Huron. 2 huge free throws coming for Sampa. Sampa bends the knees, puts it up. Matt rattles home. Big free throw for Sampa. He has 12. One more coming. Sampa spins the ball, puts it up in the air, puts it in. Sampa with 13 points. Pioneer with the 9-point lead. Brown quickly ahead for Huron, puts up the three-pointer off the back of the rim. And the ball is Huron's ball off of Pioneer. 1 minute, 6 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Both teams in the bonus. Kiefer inbound, baseline left. Now Kiefer comes out, and that will be Williams to inbound. Baseline left. Williams skies the ball all the way back. Latham has it. Latham, top of the key. Now Latham moves it over to Brown. Brown puts it up from the free throw line. That bounces off. Keeper puts it up. That rims off. Mutinda grabs the rebound for Pioneer. Now Sampa coming up as he's grabbed from behind by Williams, and Pioneer shooting free throws. And that'll be the 8th foul on Huron, so still shooting 1 and 1 is Sampa. 2 more fouls, and Pioneer will be in the double bonus. Sampa puts up the shot. That puts in Sampa with 14 points. Pioneer has it to a 10-point lead, 57-47. Sampa with the ability to make it the largest lead of the game, 11. Wouldn't go off the front of the rim, fell away. Latham with the rebound. Here comes Huron the other direction as Brown to the top of the key. Now on the near wing, Williams to the baseline, puts it up, puts it in. Williams with his first points of the game. And it's a 8-point lead by Pioneer. Treat the other way for Pioneer. Gets it to Delaney. Back to Treat. Puts it up. Wouldn't fall. Delaney puts it up. Still wouldn't go in. Sampa moves it over. Now Treat working his way around. There's a whistle with 25.1 seconds left to go. As Demaya picks up the foul. As Delaney gets a breather. It's in the back in for Pioneer. Now Sampa comes over to talk to coach. Treat at the line. 1 and 1 for one more foul. Then Pioneer is in the double bonus. Treat puts it up. That off the back of the rim. Freisteller pulls it away. Freisteller saving it, but out of bounds over to Huron. 21.6 seconds left to go. Huron still battling. Pioneer 57. Huron 49. Brown brings it ahead for the River Rats over half court. Brown to the top of the key. Down into the paint. Puts it up as that off of the rim, pulled down by Lyle, quickly ahead. Treat has it. Treat dribbles back out. 6 seconds left to go, and that will do it as the Pioneer JV team beats arch rival River Rats by a score of 57-49. Pioneer with the win. As again, the River Rats had the lead early, and then Pioneer able to come back at halftime and hang on to that lead. as it was your top scores for Pioneer: 18 points for Freisteller, 14 points for Sampa, 6 points for Treat, 5 for Lyle, 2 for Strauss, 6 for Delaney, and 8 for Mutinda. On the other side, it was DeMoya with 16 points, 10 for Baker, 7 for Latham, 2 for Williams, 7 for Kiefer, and 5 for Brown. And that is where we leave it, as we'll have the varsity game next. Thank you very much for my camera person, Christina Wiseman. My name is Mark Wiseman. We'll be back with the varsity contest.